We all agonize over fly choice, but take a lesson from George. He keeps his fly selection simple, as instead of trying to match the hatch with a specific fly, in Euro-Nymphing, you're just trying to get something that looks tasty in front of a trout. It's much more about getting the fly down to the fish with depth control than it is about using the perfect fly pattern. But George, talk a little bit about the flies used. Now, you can theoretically use any heavily weighted fly for this, right? They don't have to be tied on jig hooks. You
Correct.
can use a standard BEAD-HEAD Prince or whatever for this kind of fishing.
Yeah.
But a lot of people use specialized flies. Actually, they're not specialized. They're more generic patterns, right? They're kind
Correct.
of almost nymph attractors.
Exactly.
How do you rationalize what fly to pick?
Basically, what I'm looking at is I fish about a dozen styles of flies, no matter where I go. I just have some varieties of pheasant tails, hare's ears to cover most of my mayfly imitations. I have some soft tackle patterns to imitate some caddis, along with some case caddis. Obviously, I have worms and what they refer to as junk flies for dirty water conditions or any time where fish are actually feeding on floating worms.
Right.
For the most part, I'm looking at a fly more from a depth standpoint.
Okay.
I weight my flies according to 3 distinct weight classes.
Okay.
Most of my flies in the heavier section here are tied with a 5/32 bead. Tungsten. This next one is tied with a 7/64, one size smaller, and the next box is tied with a 3/32.
Okay.
So right there I have 3 ways of adjusting my depth. Most of the time I put the heavier fly on the point. Putting the heavier fly on the point keeps the entire rig tight from the rod tip to the nymph. Also, when you fish a heavier fly on the point, the lighter weight fly on the dropper, you're fishing 2 distinct levels in the presentation. So keeps it tight and you fish 2 levels.